So, the new Honkai game is in town, and as a Honkai style guy myself, I just had to check it out. Especially when Blade is literally in the game, and also Blade as a pet. How cute is that? They're not actually the same thing. This is an anima. That's the person. Welcome to Honkai Nexus Anima. Well, the CBT of it. And in this video, you'll be brought through the game's beta, and hopefully it'll answer one important question for you. Is Honkai Nexus Anima worth playing? Well, let's find out. To quickly summarize, Honkai Nexus Anima is a creature collector chess auto battler. It's got quite the deep storyline and unique attribute-based dialogue, where based on how smart, charismatic, or strong you are, you can unlock different dialogues and different storylines, which actually leads to more reward if you explore all of them. The game has a sizable, freely explorable map, and in my opinion, the best part, you actually get to walk around and see the animas that you obtain, the animas that you can bond with or catch, or just animas owned by others. You will see them just chilling around in their natural habitat and just going about their lives. You can catch unknown animas by bonding with them, which involves beating them into submission. Gotta love some tough love. You start by making your own character. Not something we're used to have with Hoyo games, so it's nice to see, honestly. Now, there are a lot of options for customization at the moment, but we do have a couple of skin tones to choose from, a couple of unique hairstyles, facial features including your pupil, and just stuff that are quite classical for original character creation for these games. I ended up with this airhead looking design with a cowlick. Now, there will be more options for all of these customizations as well as the game releases, including a male MC, so, you know, it is alright so far. It's just a beta after all. The more unique part comes next though, where you can adjust your attribute that actually makes a difference in how some storyline plays out. You can readjust them in-game to unlock different endings, different dialogues, and you are rewarded for it, so it is worth exploring. And as for me, this seems about right. I think it would really reflect how I am in real life, especially in terms of intelligence. Me good word speak, mouth do word good. What? Apparently that's what you sound like with zero intelligence. And now you're in! The first guy you see is Breadhead. This guy is somehow very important in the lore, but it's just a CBT so far, so we don't really see the full spectrum, and it explains it right here too. And now we got a lot of text. You are now introduced to the world setting. It's quite complicated for me because I can't read, but essentially the term Nexus connects all existence. But after an event called Sundering, the connections are torn and they manifest as Animas, coexisting with the people in the plane of reality, which is reconstructed by the Sundering. The Animas are a big part of the game. There are Animas that take pictures, like this guy has a camera for a chest. There are cool ones, cute ones, very cute ones, and people go about their daily lives with their trusty Animas. Some even battle alongside them. This young man is Ash Ketchum from By the way, you can jump. So this is how you catch an anima. You brutally beat them up in a game of auto chess. This is the game's combat, and essentially you have to deploy your own animas on your side of the field in the best position you think they can shine in. Frontliners with high HP and defense will stay up front, while the ones that can hit hard from far away should be at the back. Each of these animas have an MP gauge right below their HP bar, where once you max it, you'll be able to use their skills. While they use it automatically, and there are a wide array of different skills that you can use with animas. Some even changes their position to get you an advantage in battle. Deploying animas of certain groups can activate buffs as well, like how I'm deploying a lot of the satiation animas, and it'll get me a whole upsize and insane stat increase, so you want to collect relevant groups together, and the more animas you collect, the more things you can try. To aid your animas to victory, you have cardias at the bottom left. These cardias come with a special equipment that you can put on animas to provide them with useful benefits, and the main cardia you assign will provide you with its own special effects too. For example, this Brett guy cardia puts up on a bunch of puppy pups, and I happen to think it's very cute and very broken. Once you beat a puppy, you get to bond with it and have it be your partner. Something I always wanted to do in Pokemon games at least is to actually have my mons do stuff. Like in this game, each anima have unique abilities outside of combat. The bear can break obstacles, the puppy turns into a trampoline, or this little fairy has telepathy. Don't know how that works yet. And that would be the tutorial. They mentioned the full prologue is not at all in the beta, so rest assured the game is not this chaotic, right? They don't just throw you in and have you beat up animals and call it a day. There are deep lore surrounding this Brett guy, which I just have a hard time taking it seriously. I mean, just look at him. And now you wake up to the plane of reality. Nanafe is the first person you see. You mentioned we just fell out of the sky, probably through by the Brett guy. And of course, we have memory loss. Can't say much given the lack of context of the prologue, so let's just check out the world then. This is nighttime, and do note that in nighttime, the animals you see are sometimes different than the animals that appear in daytime, just like how animals are in our lives, right? And this is where you can explore the map alongside your anima walking beside you, animals owned by others around you, all just going about their lives. And I saw this very sick one, and I might be crazy, but that looks like a shiny, no? I tried battling it, or at least take out the kid that owns it, but both of them did not work. I did see a wild bunny with a morning star in its head, though, and I got it. You can take a funny-ass selfie when you bond with Animas, too, which I guess is interesting. Since we're homeless, we stayed at Nanafi's crib, where you get to see limitations of game rendering. We got a mirror that doesn't reflect. If you're a nerd, you'd understand this dialogue. But yep, dialogues in this game are a mix of comedy and a norm. The whole story is more lighthearted, especially at the start, but well, you betcha with most Hoyo titles, they will get deep soon. At least in the menus, you get to explore a lot of different things about the MCs, like their past, the characters that are involved, and there's definitely more to the eye can say. And we also do see Blade here, yo. Again, we're homeless, so we do need to get a job. The J word was quite triggering for me, so I had to take a breather and look around, and we got to see more unique animas. We got the armed mushrooms and the pink thing. Even Animas got her job. How screwed am I? After beating up a receptionist, they taught us about strengthening Animas, where you can feed your Animas food that boosts different stats. The higher your level, the bigger the Animas appetite, and you can feed them more food, which means more stats for battle. Sick. And on another note, you can turn into any card that you've obtained. Like, I can become Nanafi and walk around as her if I want to. If you're wondering as well, I do believe these cardias will likely be the pullable characters in Gacha Batter, so it's actually a nice touch to allow us to walk around as the characters we love if we choose to. From here, you're mostly doing what a commissioned aid would do. Getting strength by bonding with more Animas, throwing a kick at the guy because you can, beating other battlers with your Animas for clout and acknowledgement. And if you do enough of these quests and tasks, you can unlock and obtain the cool 5-star Animas. And they definitely look much more dignified, elegant, or whichever big word you can think of. And they definitely have crazy skills in battle too. Is that Tung Sahur? Why is Tung Sahur just chilling here? Yeah, those are actually useful. Sometimes they appear in battle and provide you with sigils, which adds 1 to the number of whichever groups of Animas to help gain you the buffs. It's pretty helpful. All of a sudden, Kiana appears. And yep, much like other Hoyo titles, you'll sometimes see familiar faces across different games. You know that Blade exists in here, but so does Kiana. Only OG fans know the legendary Tuna. I also caught a monkey, by the way. As the story progresses, you're introduced to the Apex Forum, which is essentially a place where you get to duel strong battlers with your Animas and rise up the ranks. You can get a cool 5-star score Scythe Anima, which is a goal worth aiming for. There's a sheep that dances with people. You can also enter races with your Animas, and I bet this is just one of the many activities you can enjoy with your cute partners. Given it was my dream to be a Pokemon trainer back when I didn't know about resumes, insurance, and taxes, this is a fun touch, man. It's like you're just living life with magic pets. The first big storyline sees you introduced with Hua, and in this storyline, your choices actually matter. I won't be spoiling it too much, but once you finish the story for the first time, you can access it again via Infinite Vortex. This is where you can unlock multiple endings and explore different possibilities by picking different choices, and if you want to, you can tamper with your character's attributes, like increasing your intelligence to see if you unlock any different dialogue. It is a great idea for story enthusiasts, and the fact that you do get rewarded with resources is certainly nice. You can meet over-leveled strong Animas just chilling in the city. Yo, you know I had to battle it. Oh, crap. I suppose it's better than you just beat everything without batting an eye, but damn, bro. Some games have environmental principles, which are essentially field buffs. Pretty much you just gotta read them and then use them to your advantage. Like with this one, my break gets to be oversized and massively buffed, and it leads us to our victory. Pretty neat. Once you beat up enough battlers, you unlock Apex Club, which is a long PvE challenge where you can continually upgrade your Animas as you clear stages. This is one of the tougher PvE modes that I definitely found interesting, especially near the later stages where our levels are all massively increased and there are multiple buffs online. It looks pretty satisfying to see explosive numbers and stuff, you know? There are more progress and development stuff you can do to get stronger, like with the Nexus Strand where you can equip on Animas to add effects to them. This can be a big difference maker in battle, and it opens up to a lot of different ideas for teams to work uniquely. I say you can stun them first and then have your character attack them first to break their formation or something like that. I tried to sound like Sun Tzu, but I'm just dumb. Now, I've not unlocked something or gacha yet, or it might not just be available in the beta yet. However, I did get to see what you can potentially obtain with premium currencies and have a look at them. They do look quite nice, and they're basically cardias. Some Animas and definitely clothing items too. This should be the main motivation for you to obtain the premium resources in order to obtain more cardias, Animas, and wearable items. And that was my experience playing Honkai Nexus Anima for the first day. Overall, it was a fairly different style of game from Hoyoverse, and I can definitely see the fun in bonding with Animas while battling alongside them. Honestly, honestly, given I'm a filthy casual, I more enjoy seeing the interactions of people in Anima just going about their daily lives while enjoying the storyline. Now we know that it has a lot more than what the CVT has shown for the story at least, so it should be interesting for sure. In terms of gameplay, I think it appeals to certain players, and I myself find it okay. Definitely quite different from a lot of turn-based games I usually play, right? As for the cons that I find, I do think the dialogues and animations can look more lively than what they are now, though it is just the first beta currently, so there should be more improvements to come. But yeah, I definitely think it's a game worth checking out. I can at least say it's unique enough to get you hooked at the start, especially with the explorable map filled with Animas. Like, that is a pretty good experience for me too. And with that said, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And that'll be all for now. Look forward to more content in this game as it releases on the channel. And that is all. Take care.